Okay, and welcome everybody out to our marketing training tonight. My name's Trevor. I'm going to be hosting. And as I was telling you guys who were here live with me just a second ago before I started the recording, we are going to continue our writing theme for just a little bit. And we're going to talk about how writing and creating content can be one of your biggest and best marketing strategies that you implement for your business. The internet is thirsting for good content, right? Haven't we discussed this before, everybody? The people who use the internet search the internet first and foremost for information. They're looking to learn how to paint their fence, or they want to know what's the best way to plant strawberries in their backyard. Or maybe, you can think about what you've searched for recently on the internet, right? Maybe you're looking for a product review of some kind. I don't know the stat. I need to look it up because I always kind of guess at it, but it is somewhere in the neighborhood of 9 times out of 10 plus. It might even be much more than that, like 95 times out of 100 people look for information on the internet before they're looking to actually purchase a product. So if we can be the source of some of that information that people are looking for, and we can publish it somewhere on the internet, there's a chance we can direct our readers where we want them to be, and that's looking and shopping in our store. So knowing there's that kind of a demand for content, guys, there are websites like the one you're looking at right now that are content collecting type sites. This one is called eZineArticles.com. And it's a place where you can post an article, much like HubPages. We've been talking recently about HubPages.com, and now that's a site we can use. Let me just pull that one up as well. We're not going to focus on it tonight, but let me tell you the difference between HubPages and eZineArticles.com. HubPages is kind of a standalone. You submit articles to HubPages, and you try to make money off of those articles on HubPages, and HubPages pays you. eZineArticles is different. eZineArticles, you post articles to eZineArticles, and rather than getting paid by the advertising from eZineArticles, rather the reason why you would be motivated to post articles here is because you can put a link in the article or at the bottom of the article that you write, and it sends people directly back to whatever website you want to direct them to. It doesn't work as well on HubPages to do it that way. It works a lot better here on eZineArticles. So the whole point of us submitting content here would be to direct traffic back to a website we're trying to promote. Right, so that makes sense, everybody? Just on a very high level, you write this article, you submit it to eZineArticles, and if people find it, read it, and follow your link, you can get traffic that way. That's one of the benefits. The other benefit is you get to make a link. So in the eZineArticle, you get to create your own link. And what do links do for us, guys, besides send us traffic? What's the purpose behind links? Or links that point back to our website? Yeah, it helps us rank better in Google, doesn't it? The more links, the merrier. Now, I will say, here's my caveat on this. This is this article marketing and submitting articles to eZineArticles. It's not as good as it once was. This used to be a strategy that was amazingly good. It sends you tons of traffic, and the links were very helpful. It's not as good anymore, and I'm going to show you evidence of that here in just a second. But I still think it's worth maybe doing a little bit to see how it works for your business. And then I'm going to offer an even better solution at the end that I think works better now than submitting your articles to a place like this. Now, if you don't have a membership at eZineArticles.com, it is easy to create one. You just come up here and join, okay? And when you join, you can sign up, so on and so forth. You come right in here and you can create your first article and look to submit it. But you've got to create an account first. Luckily, Well, it looks like I'm already signed in. So, I mean, if you get here, join, make sure you create your account, and then click sign in, and that'll bring you in. See, here's my author profile page right here. And they give you different titles as you write lots of articles. I'm called a Diamond Expert Author, which means I've got I can't even remember now, 50 articles or something. We can look at those here in just a minute. I don't submit them very often anymore, and I'll tell you more about that later. But let me show you my, let's just look at the articles I have, published articles. Let's see how many I've got here. 36. Many of which were published back in 2009, but I've got some that were or one that was in 2012. So here's the 36 that are written. 2008, I did a bunch of these too. Okay, so I've submitted all these articles. What does one of these articles look like? Well, let me just show you. This would be an example of one of the articles that I've written. This one's called The Entrepreneurial Ability, One of Society's Scarce Resources. And then it's got a picture, although you don't have to have like an author picture if you don't want to. And then it's got this really short article. Back then, I was actually studying economics, and I don't even remember why I wrote this article. One of my sites had to do with finance and stuff, and so I wrote this article about the entrepreneurial ability. And then at the very bottom here, I don't know if you can see it very well. I'm just going to highlight it with a pen. This right here is a link. Where's this personal finance? Actually, it should be, let me delete that so it's a little more clear. Grab a better pen. Personal finance blogging right there. That is a link. And if someone were to click on that link, it would actually take them over to a website that I was trying to promote at the time. So what's cool about this is what I give Ezine Articles is I give them a uniquely written article. This wasn't copied from anywhere. This was written by me. The standards are not as high as HubPages. HubPages.com requires a sort of a higher standard, better written article. Your articles can be a little more low quality on Ezine Articles. They certainly can't be copied, though, so they would still have to be written by you. But you choose a topic, you write about it, and then at the bottom you have an opportunity to drop in your link right there, okay? As you can see, there's even a little typo right here that they didn't catch. So, again, and why do I do that? Because I got the link. And these articles tended to get some decent rankings. In fact, we can go back here and I can look at how well this article did over time. I can look at performance here. And over the years, it'll actually show me how much traffic my article got. So I'm looking at from September 2007 to September of 2016. So over the last, whatever that is, 9 years or so, you can see the total views on this article are right around 8,152 views on this article, okay? How is this article getting found, guys? This article has literally been read and looked at over 8,000 times. How do you think people are finding this? Where they find this article? Yeah, they Googled it. Jocelyn, exactly. And it shows the search terms down here. See these search terms right here? These are search terms that are bringing this article up within search engines. So people were typing that in. They're finding this article. What do you notice about the graph? Look at the graph with me for just a second. You notice any trends on this graph? Here's the way the traffic went, right? Up and down and up and down and up and down. What's been going on since 2013? It's dropped quite a bit, right? Oddly, I don't know why it's popped up in 2016 and then it's dropping again. Well, what direction is it trending? It's trending down. It did take a little bit of time to catch on. That's a good observation too, Kathy. But it's trended down, and what's interesting is not only this article, if I erase that and I go back and look at some of my other articles, they're trending down pretty substantially. Total number of URL clicks, 22. It means I've gotten 22 clicks from this article that people have read and gone back and visited my site. Now that hardly seems worth it, right? How effective is my link at the bottom of my article if it's been seen 8,100 times and been clicked on? The link has only been clicked on 22 times. The dots are just different data points there. I can put my mouse over those dots and it'll tell me the traffic for that time. Yeah, not effective, right? Not effective at all. So if I were doing this strategy solely based on the idea that I'm going to submit these articles and then tons of people are going to click on these links and find my site, I'm going to be really disappointed about the result. But that wasn't really why I was doing this. I did that in part for some of those clicks, and sure, that's great. I've gotten 22 over the last 9 years, but that's not very good, right? It's one every 6 months or whatever. The reason I did it is because those links I was able to control. I controlled what the link said, I controlled what pages it linked to, and therefore it was valuable for me to do this for search engine reasons so that my website I was linking to would effectively rank higher, okay? Catherine, you had a comment. You said, so we have to post new articles, not what we already have on our blog. Correct. So this would have to be new stuff. Couldn't be existing articles that you've written. What would you advise as balance of articles divided between this strategy and our or our blog? Let me answer that question here in just a little bit. I will answer that question for sure. Greg says, I've read that creating a fan page on Facebook can be a good positive link. It can be, sure. But Facebook, again, I mean, it's good to have a couple of links from Facebook. I don't know if I would use it or term it a link building strategy. It's nice to get a link there, but your Facebook would be used more for other things. Does it make a big difference from an SEO standpoint? Probably not, because it's really easy to get a Facebook link and therefore not as valuable to SEO. Can you write on the same topic as a blog but do a different article? Yes. So I could create this article here for ezine articles, and then I could rewrite it in different words on my blog. Of course, not copied, but written out a little differently. You could get away with doing that, sure. So there is still some benefit to doing this. Let me talk to you about the downside for just a second. Can I custom cut and paste blog to article? No, don't do any cut and paste for this stuff. It has to be rewritten. So here's the downside to this. For as cool as ezine articles is, and might be worth doing a little bit of article marketing, if you're going to take the time to write a really well done article, why are we going to post it to ezine articles when they'll be making money off of it and not us? Do you know what I mean? So like, let me give you an example. Notice that they have ads all over this article. These are Google ads. There's probably some ads below here. They've got some Amazon ads here. These are ads for Amazon. Here's some ads right here. Here's another ad here on the side. How much do I get paid when somebody clicks on one of those ads? $0. Okay? I don't make any money off of this. If I'm on hub pages, do I make money? Yes, I do. That's the definitive difference between these two strategies. I make money on hub pages, I don't here. On ezine articles, though, I get to control the link, which is why I do it, right? So we've established that. But you know what? It's not as good as it used to be. I don't think Google values links from sites like ezine articles as much as they once did. Easy Articles doesn't rank as well in search engines like it once did. People would submit a lot of spammy, crappy articles to Easy Articles. Therefore, it's downgraded its value a little bit. But I'm here to show you, and that's why I showed you an example of that article right there, that it still does work, that this article still gets found. In fact, I think I Googled it earlier. I went to Google and I typed in the entrepreneurial ability. And you'll notice right here, when I Google the entrepreneurial ability, the article shows up right here. So it's ranking 1, 2, 3. It's ranking 4 in Google right now. So people are still finding it. So we can't say that it's not a great strategy because it still works. The problem is, why not just post this same hardworking, or how do I want to say this? Let me just rephrase that altogether. Why not take that hard work that I put into this article, and rather than submit it to Easy Articles, why don't I just post it onto my website? And that's what I would argue that you should do. You should probably just put it on your blog. So if you're asking, Catherine, back to your question, like what kind of a balance should I have? How much energy should I put in posting my own content on my own blog versus posting content onto an article site like this? I mean, I would still say most of your effort should go into your own blog, but posting some occasional articles to a portal like this that are done well, where you control the link, it's going to help you in your SEO some. And so that's why I still think there's a little bit of viability to do this. Does that make sense? You can't. So Jeff, I mean, you have to rewrite this. You can't have a copied Easy article on your blog. You can't have a copied blog on your Easy article. They have to be different. They just have to be worded differently. Easy Articles wants original content. Your blog needs original content, so you can't duplicate it. You'd have to rewrite it. So yes, for an e-commerce site, if you're marketing your own e-commerce site and you've got a blog, put it on that. If you're marketing an affiliate site, you can certainly do this. This works for both affiliate marketing and regular e-commerce marketing. Yeah, I hear you, Jeff. I'd like to save time that way too. Unfortunately, it's just not effective if it's copied. It's just not. So that's what article marketing is. There's actually more sites than just Easy Articles. There's, probably a dozen that are viable to do this with, although, you'd probably better just start off with Easy Articles and then maybe try some of the other ones later. I won't go through those right now. But it's just not the same as it used to be. Article marketing used to be really good back when I was doing a lot of it in 2008. It's just not, it's just not a great strategy anymore for the search engines. Maybe a little bit, which is why I'm sharing it tonight, but not a ton. Not a ton. Just use it to diversify your efforts a little bit. All right? Okay, guys, that's the presentation tonight. I hope that was helpful. Work it into your overall marketing plan. As you guys come to these each week, I would hope that we're adding tidbits from what we learn, and you're improving your marketing plan week in and week out. Hopefully driving more customers and doing better in the search engines, and that's what we're here to teach you guys to do. Good luck the rest of the week, and I will see you guys next week for more marketing training. Thanks again.